Rogers has passed away, and our thoughts are certainly with Gary's family and the certainly southeastern North Dakota, west central Minnesota, where Gary broadcast for so long. Devin Ahart tries to bunt his way on. He pops it up, and the catch is made by Wilfredo Jimenez. One out for the Redhawks here in the bottom of the first inning. Gary was a volunteer firefighter for 38 years. He was a news guy. He was not a news guy. He was a news hound, is what he was. And he was on the scene. And we've come through a lot of broadcasting colleagues over the years. And Gary and I spent a lot of time together at times when we were doing North Dakota State basketball, when Scotty Miller was also battling his own cancer. Gary and I would split shifts, and I'd go with the men and Gary the ladies. And there's a strike into Chris Grayson. Gary was a guy that you could just call up and say, Gary, I need you to do a game over in Dilworth. Gary, I need you to fly to Maine. Here's a ground ball down the first base line. Foul off the bat of Grayson, and it's 0-2. Good night and good sporting was Gary's sign-off. So we haven't gained another great broadcaster last night. On the bottom of the first inning, one away, Grayson. The batter, the pitch on the way from Jeff McKenzie is low and away. Jeff McKenzie, 1-3 in the year, a 4.46 earned run average. McKenzie making his 6th start, his 9th appearance. Grayson sends a ball foul off the end of his stick. 38 in the third innings pitched, 26 strikeouts. Lefty's pitch, high chopper over the mound, played by the second baseman DeJesus, throws across his body, picked at first by Alex Crosby. A nice play there by both Andy DeJesus and Alex Crosby. 2 up and 2 down for the Hawks here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up Gary De La Cruz. De La Cruz on the season for the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. De La Cruz in his 34th game. Redhawks lost him to the Seattle Mariners organization prior to the year. Released and then re-signed, so playing in game number 34 takes a strike. De La Cruz with 36 hits, 8 doubles, and 3 home runs. Now the pitch. Lifted foul. Here's a lefty's 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch just a bit down and away. 1-2. Josh Mazzola would be next. The pitch lifted in the air behind short. Reggie Wilson in left field, having it measured, comes in, puts it away, and the Redhawks are out in order here at the bottom of the first. Nothing across. We played 1 inning today from Newman. It's the Redhawks nothing and Gary nothing. This is FM Redhawks baseball. 1-1 the count. The lefty in the wide and the 1-1 pitch. Just a bit outside. Good spot, good location, and good eye. Two and one the count on the left-handed batting DH today, KD Kong. A big breaking pitch, and Kong pulls it foul. KD still nursing a pretty sore, I guess, bruised knee area where he fouled a ball off a few days ago off that knee, and he's been in the DH role since. Just giving him a little time off, running around the field defensively. 2-2 pitch. Kong lays one out to very shallow center field, and Harris now medium deep is making the catch. 2 up and 2 down. 5 up and 5 down for Jeff McKenzie here this afternoon. The batter is Trevor Adams.
First baseman, number 11, Trevor Adams.
Well, I hate to predict things, but I get a feeling from Lyndon Jones that sometime today Trevor Adams is going to homer. And normally I wouldn't get that, but I'm getting a vibe from the third base side. And every now and then those vibes come true. And we'll see about Trevor here against the lefty McKenzie. Now, McKenzie's going to try to stay away from the bat, and if he comes in on Adams, it's going to be deep in. Staying away to Adams is key because that breeze blowing in from right field. If you let him jerk a ball to left, you're going to be in trouble. 0-1 pitch, fastball fouled straight back. Redhawks dropped game 1, 4-2. Couple 9 on Friday night. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he took something up and went upstairs. First strikeout of the day for Jeff McKenzie. I didn't say that Linda was feeling Trevor was going to homer that at bat sometime today. 2 innings in the books here today from Newman Outdoor Field. It's the Redhawks nothing. Percent of the games for Charlie Valerio. The pitch. Valerio lines a base hit in the left field. First hit of the game for the Redhawks here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Well, he covers a lot of that plate. Last night he drove a run in down 1-2 on a count where he reached out and got to barrel on one and pulled it to right field and drove in a run. That brings up Brandon Tierney.
Second baseman, number 4, Brandon Tierney.
The pitch. Tierney takes a strike. We'll see what the Redhawks put on. Again, you're playing to win. Last few days, and the Redhawks at one time had strung 11 together. Had that snapped and won 4 after that, and won 15 of 16. There's a changeup strike, 0-2 on Tierney. But then dropped the final 2 games in that series at St. Paul. Came home, lost 2 of 3 to Kansas City, and now have lost the first 2 to Gary South Shore. The Redhawks have dropped 6 of 7. There's a throw to first. Meanwhile, Winnipeg, what has surged them ahead was a nice road trip to Gary and Sioux City and Sioux Falls. The pitch, just a bit off the plate, 1-2. McKenzie is throwing some darts today, mixing his pitches well, working both sides, going north and south, changeup, sneaky fastballs, breaking pitches. He's still ahead 1-2 on Tierney, and now again the throw to first. Diving back in is Valerio. Bucky Burgow coaching down at first. Cole Zimmerman at third. Interim manager Michael Schlacht. The Redhawks dugout. Michael had, not easy. Michael had such great words today on the pregame conversation. Tierney got underneath an off-speed pitch and sends the ball high in the air. Down the left field line in shallow. Reggie Wilson camps under it now and makes a catch for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning.
number 3, Yoshan Medina.
Brings up Yoshan Medina. Today was a new day for Yoshan. He had an eighth inning last night that you want to soon forget. He had 3 errors in the inning, 1 throwing error, 2 fielding errors charged against him. Medina takes a strike on the corner. To walk down actually in the parking lot with Yoshan and his son Diego and his bride. And he knows that it's an everyday business. The 0-1 pitch comes inside 1-1. I whispered in his ear. I said, Yoshan, to me, you're still the best defensive shortstop in this league. And he just turned and said, I'm all right. So guys shake those games off, come back. They know they got to perform today. And Medina sends a little looping foul ball down the right field line, is out of play. What the Redhawks fans want to see, and certainly the general manager and the staff, is a great effort. 24 days of your best effort, and see what happens. 1-2 the count on Medina. At first, Valerio. Scoreless game, 1 out, bottom 3. And the pitch. High with a fastball. Valerio not a very big lead at first. Crosby playing in between the bag and Valerio. 2-2 pitch is ripped down the left field line. That's a base hit for Medina. Valerio rounding second. He will hustle on to third. Medina thinking about 2, but he takes the big turn and puts the brake on. And that's why today is a new day for Yoshan Medina. The Redhawks trying to size up Jeff McKenzie. Up to the right-handers today to probably do that, and then see what the lefties can do against this left-handed pitcher. Now the Redhawks with runners at first and third, 1 out, top of the order in Devin Ahart. Ahart trying to bunt his way on in the bottom of the first inning and pop the bunt up to the catcher. Not a bad idea, just was unable to execute. The lefty, Jeff McKenzie, now the slide step throw to first, and Medina's back. Hawks trying to score first like they did last night. McKenzie again the move to first, and again Medina is back. Here's the pitch. And Ahart turns on the ball, hit high in the air to right center field. Very much deep enough to allow that runner Valerio to tank from third. Here comes Charlie. Redhawks lead 1-0. Ahart drives in a run here in the bottom of the third. Well, for Devin Ahart, his 25th run batted into the season. And the batter is Chris Grayson. Now we'll keep our eye on Medina and see if he tries to take a bag. A little tougher with the left-hander McKenzie. Slide step, breaking pitch high to Grayson. A slight breeze I mentioned earlier blowing in from right center towards home plate. Look to first and the pitch. Breaking pitch low and away. 2-0 on Grayson. The Redhawks get a couple of hits here in the bottom of the third and a sac fly. Now trying to do some magic with 2 outs. Medina bouncing around first. Grayson this time takes a curveball in there for a strike. very big lead for Yoshan. The pitch, Grayson. Fouls it away. Two balls and two strikes on Grayson. The set by McKenzie. Look to first, and the pitch home. Way outside of fastball. 3-2 the count. That's a great call to just a bit outside. Harry Doyle. It's really like one of your favorite. It's so descriptive. Now Medina will take off with a pitch home here. Got to make sure McKenzie goes home. He does. Payoff pitch, and we'll do it again. Well, that thing snuck itself into Gary's dugout. Again, the 3-2. Grayson fouls another one away. Look to first. Crosby backs out Medina, and the payoff pitch just a bit outside, and there's ball 4, and the Redhawks are still in business here in the bottom of 3. Runners at first and second, 2 outs for Gilly De La Cruz.
Right fielder, number 25, Gilly De La Cruz.
Well, De La Cruz 0 for 4 last night. De La Cruz 2 for 8 in the series. Let's see if Gilly can put his barrel on something here. A big cut right out of the gate. De La Cruz the last couple nights looks like he's trying to send one across the campus of North Dakota State University. He's taken some big cuts early in the count. The Gold Eyes have jumped out to a 3-0 lead on Wichita. That now is in the top of the 3rd inning. Mason Katz has driven in a couple of runs. David Rome. 0-1 on De La Cruz. The pitch. Driven towards left field. Reggie Wilson. Back a step. Reaches up. And he makes the catch. Boy, a little bit higher, and it clears Wilson in left field. A line out to left field. And that's all for the Redhawks. They do get a run and a couple of hits. Leave 2 after 3 innings of play. New score. Fargo City's press box does not have a laboratory. There's a pitch down low. And if you have had too much soda or water out the course leading up to your play-by-play, you really can't leave the booth. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. And I think I probably had about 7 gallons of water during an entire pre of a hot day in Sioux City. And Antolik wasn't pitching that day. There's a breaking pitch down and in. And I had him up to the booth. I was going to have him do a little chit-chat as a guy that was going to be a scheduled starter the next day. And he was charting pitches with me, got those headsets on, every now and then saying a word or two, but had never really been on the radio much in his career. 2-1 pitch to Mazzola. Oh, an off-speed pitch, and McKenzie has thrown a few of those already. Mazzola out front 2-2. Well, the innings were building up, as was other things. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the outside corner, and Mazzola caught looking here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Josh thinking that was a bit off the plate, and he's still standing in the box in disagreement. Brings up Katie Cox. So anyway, we're in Sioux City, Iowa, and I thought, I can't wait. I can't hold any longer. I got to run down. And you have to go down past the press box, down the stairs, down a ramp, into the bathroom. You can take the elevator, but second slowest elevator, by the way, in the league. It's a breaking pitch strike. And while I'm kind of washing up and ready to head back to the booth, I hear an announcement of the leadoff hitter for the next inning. And Kong fouls away. It's 0-2 on Katie Kong, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have dead air because it's going to take me a while to get back up to the press box. What am I going to do? And as I broke open the press box door to jump into my radio booth, there's Jeff Antolik going full-scale play-by-play, having barely said 3 words the entire game, broadcasting the game. So wherever you are today, Jeff, if you're tuning in, thank you. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Watch Johnny Knott hit a light in left center field in Sioux City, Iowa. Kong lays one out to center field. Medium deep. Harris to his right, over to make the catch, and there's 2 outs here in the Redhawks' 4th. Johnny Knott, one of the great Redhawks of all time in Sioux City, pulled the ball over the left field wall, but elevated the light standing with the bank of lights on top. Knott hit the bank of lights, not Roy Hobbs-ish. That sparks didn't explode. I think it was during the daytime. But it hit the casing around the light, and the whole casing just shifted down. First time I've ever seen that on a play-by-play. So anyway, Sioux City has brought in some memories. We've got the X's coming up on Tuesday night. McKenzie delivers a strike to Trevor Adams. Adams 0 for 1. Struck out in the second. Redhawks leading 1-0. In the bottom of the 4th, the wind and the lefty's pitch perfectly located on the outside corner. McKenzie, it looks effortless for him right now. Redhawks scored there around the bottom of the 3rd last inning. A leadoff single from Valerio, 1-out single by Medina, and a sac fly from Devin Ahart. The 0-2 went a little bit further away, and Adams doesn't chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch pulled foul down the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Should Adams reach Charlie Valerio at bat? See if Trevor can get something to his liking. Jeff McKenzie walks into the motion and the pitch. Driven foul. Mention my dear friends in the world, Jim Crispin tuning in today with his beautiful daughter Tessa. Coming through North Dakota through Chicago. The 1-2 pitch is pulled to deep short, backhanded by there by Ryan Fitzgerald, and the throw to first, and out at first is Trevor Adams. As I sit here and keep score, Jim and I used to play a game called Intellivision on the television. That's right. Remember that game? Center. I don't think anybody's going to get this one. Valerio's got himself extra bases. Toddy on his way to second. It's a stand-up double to start the bottom of the 5th inning. His second hit of the game. Boy, an off-speed pitch, and Charlie just sat back and driven that ball to right center.
Second baseman, number 4, Brandon Tierney.
And here is Brandon Tierney. Cole Zimmerman assuming the third base coaching duties. Bucky Burgow at first. Corners are in. Let's see if the Redhawks try to manufacture one. Tierney takes a strike. Emotional night last night for Cole Zimmerman, too, is a dear friend of Jake Labor. 0-1 pitch, big swing by Brandon, and a good pitch by McKenzie. Breaking pitch in there for a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Mentioned Winnipeg with a 4-game lead in the division. After they're done with Wichita, they've got a 4-game series with St. Paul, then a 4-game series with the Redhawks. The 0-2. Tierney puts a bat on one and fouls it away. Now you know that Winnipeg is saying that they're about on the precipice of sweeping Wichita. You know that they're saying, look, 8 of our biggest games of the season are coming up starting tomorrow night. 2 strikes on Tierney trying to advance Valerio. The pitch is left outside to the right-handed batting Tierney. Where do you want to be when Winnipeg comes to town? Well, ideally, if you can be within a couple. But we'll have to wait and see. The 1-2 pitch. Tierney turns on one down the left field line. Hit high, hit deep, hit far. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball down the line in left field. Boy, that ball was golfed. 318 down that line in left field. And Tierney, if he just gets that a few feet to the right of the fair pole, as we call it. Reggie Wilson, the left fielder, just ran to the corner and looked up. Big North Dakota corn on that fair pole down the left and right field line. 314 down the right. Tierney's job is still to try to advance Charlie Valerio to third. The pitch, and a good job by Brandon Tierney. That wasn't a swing to get a hit. That was a swing to foul it off in case it gets called a strike 3. One ball and 2 strikes. And Jeff McKenzie's had to throw a few pitches in this at bat to Brandon Tierney. The look to second and the pitch. Again, Tierney able to foul it off. Brandon Tierney, you talk about the contributions, and he has come in to be the Redhawks' second baseman, solidifying his biggest hit this year was a home run that tied the game off Jason Hoppy when he came in for St. Paul at CHS Field during the part of that Redhawks big win streak. The 1-2. Tierney again fights one off, and that one just about took off a camera. Let's see, was it KVRR? Was it Channel 6 or Channel 11? It was Channel 6. That thing hits the lens. I'm pretty sure that camera costs more than my wet boom mic behind home plate. Tierney, a long at bat. Let's see how this one ends. Will it end in a productive out? A hit? Fastball down and away. Good eye for Brandon. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I hope for Brandon's case it ends positively, because he really has done a lot of things right here to have a nice long at bat. McKenzie has tried a few different pitches to put him away. And he has fouled off a number of them, including one that was fouled off outside the fences down the line. The look to second and Valerio, and the pitch. This time he got him. The ball gets and skips away from Jimenez. Now throws down to first in time to get Tierney. K2-3 in the putout. That is out number 1. Good at bat for Brandon, but a nasty pitch by Jeff McKenzie.
Shortstop, number 3, Yoshan Medina.
It's a second, the third strikeout of the afternoon for the left-handed starter. It's up to Yoshan Medina. Medina last night had 2 doubles down the left field line, 1 to right field, 1 to left field. Medina has singled already today, so 3 hits in his last couple of games. Let's see if he can't knock in his teammate Valerio. Medina takes a little cut piece inside for a ball. 1-0 Redhawks leading. Batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. McKenzie comes set, and the pitch. Low So Redhawks at Sioux City for 3 starting Tuesday night. That's 3 night games in Sioux City. Return home for 4 against Winnipeg. Then at Sioux Falls for 4. One of those games a doubleheader. A 2-0 pitch in there. Strike. In fact, the Tuesday the 22nd is a doubleheader in Sioux Falls. One a made-up game that was rained out here. And then the St. Paul Saints come to town, and the Redhawks have a big, actual 8-game homestand to close out the month of August. A lot of ball games left here at Newman. The 2-1 pitch to Medina. Driven out towards shallow center field. It's dying quickly, dying fast. It's in there, a base hit. And Valerio will jog to third. He had to hold off just in case that ball was caught. But Yoshan Medina, a little duck snort into center field. And the Redhawks have runners at first and third. Not unlike they had in the third. Almost identical inning. And we'll see if Devin Ahart can drive in yet another run here today. Medina 4 hits in his last couple of games. And the batter is Devin Ahart. Ahart popped a bunt up in the first. He had a sac fly in the third. He's 0 for 1 with a run batted in. McKenzie delivers. Ahart pulls it down to first. And now Valerio thinking about coming in to score. First baseman Crosby makes the play. He'll touch the bag for the second out. Medina advances to second. Devin looking to drive that first pitch. But they got on top of it. Batter is Chris Grayson. Now the Redhawks looking for some 2-out magic. Grayson. 1 for 4 last night. But a run scored. And the pitch. Down and away. For a ball. Data Cruz waits on deck. Right fielder Colin Willis is closer to that line down the right field line, so playing Grayson to pull. And the 1-0. Just a bit outside. 2-0. Just nipped a little bit outside the corner. And McKenzie is doing a nice job of trying to keep the balls away for these big hitters. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Breaking pitch, and Grayson line it, caught at second by DeJesus. That one a little bit more on the end of the bat. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, the team is looking for a spark, and for some reason, I don't know, and the Twins are in this boat. People say, why do the Twins, why have they won more on the road than they have at home? And to me, Alex, it's a vague statement. It's vague. It's. I mean, if it happens for 5 years in a row, maybe you can start saying they park's not built for them, or they don't have personnel that. But who's pitching that day? What's the context? What's the series? There's a strike to Kong. I don't know. Do you make heads or tail of it?
I mean, in this league and with the Twins, you're playing what is it, 81 games at home. You're playing 50 games at home here, and so your sample size obviously is 50 games at one ballpark versus 50 games spread out over however many 11 other ballparks in the American Association. So, I mean, some ballparks play better to some teams, and if you've got a team that for whatever reason struggles at home, that's because they're playing 50 games there.
1-1 pitch, and Kong sends one to the moon. Foul territory. Crosby over by the Gary dugout, and he can't make the catch, but boy, it wasn't for a lack of effort. That looked like a Kerry Strug finish on a pommel horse.
You know what? And his teammates didn't give him any help. They stayed right there. They didn't get out of the way for him or anything.
How about last night, outside of what happened in the 9-run 8th inning? The young boy, he's down the behind the Gary dugout by the 4th row. He's the only dude with a mitt down there. I don't know, what was he, 9, 10?
Yeah, something like that. He was wearing a West Fargo Patriots hat.
Oh, that's what it was.
I zoomed in on him.
1-2, the pitch is outside. I thought, now you know what? That's just life. That's just, to me.
Bring your glove to the ballpark.
4,000 people just cheering for him. 2-2 the count. Hawks need a base runner. Adams on deck. Down 3-1. The 2-2 pitch, and here's one that's flared into center. That's going to caught by the center fielder Harris. Leaning over to take it away, and the Redhawks are out in order here in the 6th. We play 6 at Newman. It's Gary 3, Fargo Moorhead 1. This is FM Redhawks Baseball.